So the UK's got a new prime minister. So in this video, we're going to be checking out his first Downing Street speech as prime minister. So let's check it out.
Good morning. I've just been to Buckingham Palace and accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government in his name. It is only right to explain why I'm standing here as your new Prime Minister. Right now, our country is facing a profound economic crisis. The aftermath of COVID still lingers. Putin's war in Ukraine has destabilized energy markets and supply chains the world over. I want to pay tribute to my predecessor, Liz Truss. She was not wrong to want to improve growth in this country. It is a noble aim. And I admired her restlessness to create change. But some mistakes were made.
What's going on in the background, man? There's like a lot of noise and music. It sounds like partying in the background. What's going on there? And also, Downing Street, is that where the prime minister lives, or is that just like basically where he works? If you guys will let me know in the comments.
Not born of ill will or bad intentions. Quite the opposite, in fact. But mistakes nonetheless. And I have been elected as leader of my party and your Prime Minister, in part, to fix them. And that work begins immediately. I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come. But you saw me during COVID doing everything I could to protect people and businesses with schemes like furlough. There are always limits, more so now than ever.
Sorry to pause again, real quick. So what was his job before becoming prime minister? He said he had to make a lot of hard decisions during COVID.
I promise you this. I will bring that same compassion to the challenges we face today. The government I lead will not leave the next generation, your children and grandchildren, with a debt to settle that we were too weak to pay ourselves. I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you. This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level.
So I heard he was trying to shy away from his wife's dealings with, her business and not paying taxes in the UK. So kind of seems like he shied away from that. Am I wrong? I may be wrong. I don't know the details about it, so maybe I shouldn't be speaking on it. It's just something I learned in the last video. So again, if you guys could shed some light on that situation.
Trust is earned, and I will earn yours. I will always be grateful to Boris Johnson for his incredible achievements as Prime Minister, and I treasure his warmth and generosity of spirit. And I know he would agree that the mandate my party earned in 2019 is not the sole property of any one individual. It is a mandate that belongs to and unites all of us. And the heart of that mandate is our manifesto. I will deliver on its promise. A stronger NHS, better schools, safer streets, control of our borders, protecting our environment, supporting our armed forces, levelling up and building an economy that embraces the opportunities of Brexit, where businesses invest, innovate, and create jobs. I understand how difficult this moment is. After the billions of pounds it cost us to combat COVID, after all the dislocation that caused, in the
All right, guys, I gotta pause it a second. Honestly, man, this just seems like a typical politician speech, man. A lot of promises, a ton of promises. Every politician promises the world, but very few of them succeed in delivering on the promise. So we'll see, man.
COVID, after all the dislocation that caused, in the midst of a terrible war that must be seen successfully to its conclusions, I fully appreciate how hard things are. And I understand too that I have work to do to restore trust after all that has happened. All I can say is that I am not daunted. I know the high office I have accepted, and I hope to live up to its demands. But when the opportunity to serve comes along, you cannot question the moment, only your willingness. So I stand here before you, ready to lead our country into the future, to put your needs above politics, to reach out and build a government that represents the very best traditions of my party. Together, we can achieve incredible things. We will create a future worthy of the sacrifices so many have made, and fill tomorrow and every day thereafter with hope. Thank you.
All right, guys. I had a revelation while watching this. I should not be watching these political videos because I do not know. First of all, I don't know enough about politics to be able to understand this stuff accurately. Second, I definitely have no right to put in my 2 cents on the United Kingdom's politics. Let me know what you guys think about them, and if you can educate me any, please do briefly in the comments below. Catch you guys on the next video. Thanks. Peace.